Hello everybody, I'm Danrvdtree2000, also known as Dan2x10, and we're back once again, and this time, get ready to put yourself through hell in a cell. And it's WWE Hell in a Cell is just around the corner, and it's this Sunday. And so, as usual, I'm going to be making my opinions. And, well, not opinions, my predictions of who I think and who I want to win the matches. So here is the match card, and starting with the kickoff show match, as I don't know, I know some of the cruiserweights on Monday Night Raw, there's a couple of them I know, but the only two out of the 6 men in this 6-man tag team match that I know is Daivari and Sin Cara. So I'm going to say that it will be Team Sin Cara versus Team Daivari. And so you know how it goes. I tell you who I think is going to win. It's basically who WWE has booked to win the match and who I want to win. It's basically my own opinion and who I want to win. So, considering the Cruiserweight Classics have been brought to WWE Monday Night Raw, this is why they're in Hell in a Cell, the Raw exclusive pay-per-view, and I'm going to say Team Sin Cara is going to win this. I think that Team Sin Cara is going to win, and I want Team Sin Cara to win this match. So, yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of high-flying action to kick off WWE Hell in a Cell on the kickoff show, and I can't wait to see who wins that match. But moving on, and we're back, and now as the next match is, for some reason, Dana Brooke is facing Bayley inside, well, not inside Hell in a Cell, but at Hell in a Cell. But it's for nothing. It doesn't really make any sense. This is the second, well, this is the first 2 women's matches, but this one, to me, doesn't need to be on the card. We had Bayley versus Dana a couple of weeks ago, and she won. Dana won, and there was an arm wrestling contest on Raw, and Dana won. And but I don't really know, to be honest. This is really pointless. But I would like to say, I think that Dana might actually win again, sadly. But I want Bayley to win this one. But will the bad shoulder come into play here? I don't actually know. So, yeah, I think that Dana was going to pick up the victory here. But I want Bayley to win this. So, it could go either way, and it's a match I'm probably not going to pay attention to. But, moving on to the next match, which hopefully will actually mean something. This match kinda means something. I say kinda, it's a huge rivalry that's been going on for a bit. As Enzo and Cass take on Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. It's just a normal tag team match. It's not actually for anything. It's not a #1 contenders match or anything. It's just a normal rivalry match. But I don't know what's going to go down here. Perhaps. Who do I think is going to win? I actually think that I think that Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson will win this one. But I really want Enzo and Cass to win this match. But for some reason, I just got the strangest feeling, and it's not going to be a victory for Enzo and Cass. I think it's going to be Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson picking up the victory here. But, you know, that's just one guy's opinion. And there's probably some other, predictions for this Hell in a Cell. But these are my predictions, and that's who I think is going to win this one. And there's 2 matches so far that mean something, and actually the first 3 matches don't really mean much. I know, I guess it's just another card filler, but hey, it'll be entertaining no matter what. Let's go to the next match. That's better. We've got your WWE World Tag Team Champions. The New Day will be taking on Sheamus and Cesaro. Yes, we had a Sheamus and Cesaro match this past week on Raw, or this past Monday, and it was a victory for Sheamus and Cesaro. But will the Big E and Kofi Kingston, by the looks of things, are going to be representing the New Day in this match, be able to hang on to those WWE World Tag Team titles? I think so. I want and I think that the New Day are going to be your WWE World Tag Team Champions at the end of Hell in a Cell. And they will go on until Survivor Series as your WWE World Tag Team Champions. And they will represent as captains, because I can kind of predict already that they're going to represent Raw as the Tag Team Champions, and they're probably going to take on the SmackDown Tag Team Champions in that Survivor Series Tag Team match. Traditional elimination tag match. How it works, how it's going to work, I don't know. Whether if one person from the team gets pinned, the team must go to the back, or if they just keep going until there's one team, I don't know, standing. But that's Survivor Series. But Hell in a Cell, we are not going to see new Tag Team Champions, but we're going to see Tag Team Champions that are going to remain around the waist of the New Day. So yes, that is my picks right there. I think the New Day is going to win, and I want the New Day to win, so that they can beat Demolition's record as the longest reigning World Tag Team Champions. But moving on up, here's a Cruiserweight Classic match I can actually care about. After what happened on Raw, after Brian Kendrick lost to Rich Swann, and then going backstage and talking to TJ Perkins and saying, "Hey man, this is getting on my nerves. This really means something to me." And he actually asked him to, practically lay down for him. He wanted him to let him win. No dice. That is not going to happen. I think that TJ Perkins is going to beat Brian Kendrick here tonight, and I actually want Brian Kendrick to win the Cruiserweight Classic title or the Cruiserweight Championship, just because it'll be the first actual title gain, in a sense. Like, yeah, TJ Perkins won the tournament to become the first Cruiserweight Classic Heavyweight Champion, as I'm going to call it. No, not the first Cruiserweight Champion, but to become the Cruiserweight Champion. However, I think Brian Kendrick should actually win the championship. Therefore, I want him to win. But I think that TJ Perkins is going to be the man that's going to win this match. Brian Kendrick will have to have a different time, perhaps, at Survivor Series to win the Cruiserweight Championship down the line, or maybe even future at WrestleMania or something. Hell in a Cell? No, it won't be. But, you know, he's got plenty of time. But I hope I really do hope that Brian Kendrick wins that camel clutch, that captain's hook, to take out TJ Perkins. But, going on to the next match, the first of 3 main events, the first Hell in a Cell match, for the entire night. The first main event is Roman Reigns successfully beat Rusev for the United States Championship at the last Raw exclusive pay-per-view to become the United States Champion. But Can he do it again and beat Rusev inside Hell in a Cell? Or will Rusev crush, absolutely destroy Roman Reigns at Hell in a Cell, inside Hell in a Cell? The answer, I hope so. I want Rusev to win this match. After all the things that Roman Reigns has been putting him through, I hope he can get redemption and finally beat, well, not finally beat him, but beat him for the United States Championship and restart as the United States Champion, as the dominant United States Champion that he should have been. And now this is the second time round that they found to make him a dominant champion. Win back the United States Championship, end the feud with Roman Reigns, and just dominate Raw until we finally get maybe a face turn from Braun Strowman and lose it to Braun Strowman down the line, maybe a year or 2 years from now. You know, that'll be awesome. But I think Roman Reigns is going to be the winner in this Hell in a Cell match. Sadly, I think that Roman Reigns is going to do the old he'll be beaten down by Rusev at the beginning, but then he'll just go wham against the side of the cage, bang against the side of the cage, maybe even bust the steel cage door open and take him outside of the cage. I don't know. Might have a few spots where they go through the tables. I don't know which Hell in a Cell match is going to have that spot, but they're all just going to be as great as the next. But yeah, that's who I think is going to win, and that's going to be Roman Reigns, sadly. So I've got practically another minute to do the next two, so let's see if I can fit them in. This is the second Hell in a Cell match. That is the first time ever that women are going to compete inside Hell in a Cell. Mick Foley on Monday Night Raw, this past Monday Night Raw, warned them. Don't do it, girls. Do not do it. It ends your career. There's a reason why he hobbles to the ring or anywhere he goes. There's a reason why he's got a missing tooth. There's a reason why his freaking brain doesn't work. It's because of the type of career that he had. The hardcore legend Mick Foley, future Hall... Well, actually, is he a future Hall of Famer or is he a Hall of Famer? I forget. It seems I got cut off at the last minute there, but anyway, here it goes. So as I was saying, yes, let's get straight to the point. As I said, this is the second match, second Hell in a Cell match of the night on the card, and it's the first of a women's match for the Raw Women's Championship as Sasha Banks takes on Charlotte. And who do I think is going to win and who do I want to win? I actually think and want Sasha Banks to win. Actually, I have to say about this matchup is that, yeah, I think and want Sasha Banks to win. Charlotte has had the title many times before, but I think it's about time. About time we had a new champion and a new championship reign in Sasha Banks. But next match. This is the main event. At least I'm hoping it will be, because I'm going to tell you the truth here. This is the second from last match that was on the card that was before the women's match. So I'm hoping that this isn't the second before last women's Hell in a Cell match for the WWE Universal Championship, as the WWE Universal Championship is above the Women's Championship. Just because it's a first doesn't mean it has to be the last. Meaning in other words, it doesn't necessarily have to be the main event. I'm hoping that this is the main event, and if it is, then so be it. This is going to be huge. As Seth Rollins, the challenger, takes on the champion, Kevin Owens, inside the Hell in a Cell. The last time Seth Rollins was inside Hell in a Cell, he was facing Dean Ambrose. As a matter of fact, I think it was this pay-per-view last year. So it was like, not this time last year, but this Hell, basically, 2015's Hell in a Cell, where Bray Wyatt interfered in what was going to be what was a very good Hell in a Cell match up to that point. So maybe this time there won't be no interference from anybody. No Chris Jericho, no authority, nobody whatsoever. I really hope Seth Rollins wins this match. I want Seth Rollins to win here, but I think that Kevin Owens is going to retain the championship because he's not had the championship for that long. So, you know, that being said, I really hope this Hell in a Cell is going to be really, really good. Will we get tired by the time this Hell in a Cell match comes round? We would just have to wait and see. The first ever Hell in a Cell match contained The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. The last Hell in a Cell match will hopefully be between Seth Rollins and, well, let's say the latest Hell in a Cell match will be Kevin Owens versus Seth freaking Rollins. Who do you think is going to win at Hell in a Cell? Do you guys agree with me? If so, let me know in the comments who you think is going to win all of these matches that I've said. And as per usual, like this video, share it, place a comment down below, or I'll just watch the video and subscribe. Even if you don't subscribe, I hope you enjoyed this video anyway. Danrvdtree2000, also known as Danrvdtree2000, and until Hell in a Cell, I will see you all at Hell in a Cell live reactions and review. And until next time, bye bye.